thank you for joining us. We're also joined today, beginning off our show, with a couple other members of our team here at Civic Center TV. Dave Scott, our general manager, with us, alongside Jake Schaff, one of our reporters out at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And Dave, this is all about the biggest story in town on the sports side, where West Bloomfield and Orchard Lake St. Mary's both last night had some big games at Lakeland High School, and now will face each other on Friday night. And this really connects the entirety of our community.
It really does. And Tyler, we have had some very big sporting events in our community. After all, we are blessed with two amazing athletic programs that continue to get better and better, and two schools that are also remarkable on the academic side. West Bloomfield High School and the West Bloomfield School District, and Orchard Lake St. Mary. They're both on Orchard Lake Road. They're both within, I don't know, what is it, a mile and a half of each other. And now we've had great football games, both of these teams with amazing football lineage, including state championships. And I could take the whole morning to talk about that, but it's basketball season. And this year, these two teams are heading for a collision in the Michigan High School Athletic Association tournament. It happens Friday night. We'll have more on that in a minute. But Tyler, I couldn't be more excited, but I think we kind of need to have a name for this. By the way, I'm before we get into that, just if you wonder, I'm at a local restaurant sitting down with one of the basketball coaches who was afraid to come on, not afraid, but didn't want to come on the air and comment this morning. But don't you think we need some kind of a name for this series? Like when there's a Detroit and a Chicago team, it's the I-94 series. This should be like the Orchard Lake Road District Final Series or something.
Yeah, I was thinking like the Orchard Lake Road Showdown, because it really is a showdown of who's going to be the power player from our greater West Bloomfield communities.
I love it. The Orchard Lake Showdown. And look who's right in the middle of it. And there's Jake right there in front of Orchard Lake St. Mary, Jake Schaff.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Tyler. Yes, I'm outside Orchard Lake St. Mary's right now. It's a crazy morning. Everyone's going to work. We got some people going down Commerce Road, some people going down Orchard Lake. Both schools getting ready for the day, but we've got an incredible showdown coming up soon. Like you said, the Orchard Lake Road Showdown is going to be in full effect very, very soon, and it's going to be fantastic.
And it's at an impasse there on Orchard Lake Road in Commerce, where you go in one direction, Jake, you're going toward West Bloomfield High School. You go in the other direction down Commerce Road, you're heading towards St. Mary's. So you're really at that epicenter.
Absolutely, right in the center of everything, and it's crazy. Everyone's getting ready for work. Everyone's getting ready to enjoy their day, but when it comes to basketball, everyone's going to be excited, and everyone's going to be ready for an incredible game.
Yeah, all eyes are on Friday night. Jake Schaff with us out at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, right in the corner of Orchard Lake Road and Commerce Road, and just down the road from there, a couple miles away, as Dave said, West Bloomfield High School. Both of those schools getting ready on this Thursday for a big Friday night as we kick off the madness of March with high school basketball. And Dave, that really all kicked off last night, a little ways away in Waterford at White Lake Lakeland High School, where both these teams had some pretty big games last evening.
Well, no question about it. I was there to witness it. Big crowd, big turnout. And West Bloomfield played first at 5:30. Orchard Lake St. Mary played second. For the Lakers, it was quite a contest as they took on Walled Lake Central. And Tyler, it got really scary. At the end of the third quarter, Walled Lake Central 41, West Bloomfield 36. But the Lakers were able to come back, and it was really Kieft Gilmore and Brendan Jones who made the difference in the second half. It was a great offensive board, some amazing defense, and great play. And last night I had a chance to ask Kieft Gilmore all about those final seconds and asked him to talk about the game against Walled Lake Central.
It's been good. Our coaches, we needed this for the school. We ain't did this in a long time, so we're going to continue to keep going each game. We ain't going to look past nobody.
And Tyler, you should have seen Coach Arnett Jordan there. Right at the end of the third quarter, I went and shot some footage and was listening. It was very intense in the huddle, but there seemed to be some silent confidence. After the game, I asked Coach Arnett Jordan of the West Bloomfield Lakers about that comeback in the fourth quarter.
Well, we're a second half team, and I knew my kids were going to come out and get that one more run. So I just told them, guys, we just have to stay solid. We got to stop gambling, and we'll be there. And then, our senior, Kieft, took over.
Well, Keithan did a really good job in spite of that injured hand. It didn't see. I know he's in bad shape.
Yeah.
How's he doing, by the way?
It's sore. I didn't even think he was going to play today. But he said he practiced yesterday. He had to show me that he was ready. He said his coach is hurt, but I want to play. So.
Well, did you expect that he would end up being one of the stars of the game, to be honest?
No, I didn't. I really just wanted him to get a rebound or two. But it turned, one of the things about athletics, once that adrenaline gets going, then you're not going to feel the pain. Now, tonight, it's going to hurt.
So, Orchard Lake St. Mary on Friday, let's just assume for a minute they're going to win.
Yeah.
Wow. Just, what do you think?
So, I'm not sure if you're familiar. I coached Trey in the summer. So, I'm familiar with his family, Coach Covert, we're friends. So, it's kind of going to be like, brother, big brother and little brother. I think we have styles that are kind of similar. So I was just telling my kids in the locker room, good fights are because of styles. And I think our styles make a great match.
You think it's really going to help your cause to call Orchard Lake St. Mary little brother?
Hey, I have to think it and my kids have to think it.
I was kidding the coach here a little bit, Tyler. Probably something you understand being a Michigan State alum, but certainly no question about it. Orchard Lake St. Mary is big brother West Bloomfield. If they win on Friday night, it's going to be quite an upset. But, both these teams are taking each other very, very seriously. And I caught up with Coach Covert, Todd Covert, the head coach of the Orchard Lake St. Mary team after his victory last night. And I asked him, I said, I assume, Coach, you're not taking West Bloomfield lightly. Let's hear what he had to say.
They're a top 10 team in the state. If we don't show up ready to play, that's on me. They'll be ready.
So a lot of friendships. I mean, players, no players, coaches, no coaches. There probably aren't going to be any surprises on Friday night.
No, it's going to be a fist fight. It's going to be. They're a tough team, man. They're talented, and they do a lot of different things defensively that we got to be ready for. And it's going to be a good high school basketball game Friday night. That's what we come to St. Mary's for.
What for my West Bloomfield audience that maybe hasn't seen as many games as St. Mary's this year? What is the benchmark of what is the St. Mary's team really known for?
I think just hard nose working. Play good defense and rebound and try to do the little things that don't really always show up in the stat sheet. But I would say our defense and our rebounding.
So it's friend against friend, foe against foe, Tyler. And, we know what it's like, Democrats and Republicans. Orchard Lake St. Mary and West Bloomfield. It's been a pretty good, more like a silent rivalry over the years here. It certainly wasn't too active when I was in high school back in the 70s. But of late, as these two teams ascend and school of choice becomes a much bigger factor where the players all know each other. Many of them have played for each other. Coaches have coached coaches. Players have played with each other. There's a lot of movement. It's a totally different ball game now. And this has turned into an amazing crosstown rivalry.
Yeah, and it's been that battle now of the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets, who have been a powerhouse in basketball, especially in our state, but also in football over the years, versus West Bloomfield, that really developed that powerhouse football team and has slowly but surely developed their basketball team, first with the girls team really taking on their powerhouse status across the state. But the boys team been developing very nicely over the last couple of years. Now after last night's game where they defeated Walled Lake Central, who was a 20-3 team coming into that game, West Bloomfield now standing at 17-5 as they'll get ready to take on Orchard Lake St. Mary's on Friday, who now stands at 21-1. And so you look at those records, Dave, and you think, Orchard Lake St. Mary's has this big advantage. But like Coach Covert said, it's going to be a fist fight that night. These are two tough teams, two very talented teams that are going to really battle it out on Friday night, right back at that same location in Lakeland.
Well, the implication there in his comment in the cut from last night is that, and I'm just reading deep into this, but the implication to me was that, well, we may be a little bit more skilled, but West Bloomfield might compensate for that by being physical. And there's no question West Bloomfield can be physical. All you got to do is look at Keithan's hand right there in that shot I had and know that they've been playing some physical basketball. But one guy who was there by the courtside last night, who has as keen of a sense as to what's going on with this team and all athletics in West Bloomfield, is our amazing athletic director, Eric Pierce. And I asked him at the end of the game, the West Bloomfield game, if he could give us a little bit of a game recap.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a tough game against Walled Lake Central. It started off a little rough for us. Couldn't find our rhythm. Second half, things started picking up for us. We used our speed, we used our athleticism, and started getting a little more of a flow. So that was huge. Brendan Jones and Keith Gilmore obviously doing a wonderful job pacing us and getting some good points and some good rebounds down the stretch. It was a great game. Coming up this Friday, though, I mean, that's a huge game for us. A district championship on the line, playing St. Mary's, who's obviously ranked #1 in the state right now. We're no slouch either, coming in the top 10. And, you know, we're battle tested. We're looking forward to it.
You got to feel good. People look at West Bloomfield, and I think from outside they think football school. But you turn that dynamic around.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, when you think West Bloomfield, you think all the sports out there. I mean, we're so strong right now, obviously, in football, but you think girls basketball, you think boys basketball. League championships galore when it comes to it. You think baseball is absolutely strong. We have so many sports that are competing and doing a great job at West Bloomfield, and I'm so proud of them. They all truly believe in the Laker Nation. They all truly believe in representing the school. And as I said, it's just a wonderful atmosphere.
Well, you want to take Laker Nation to the next level, Tyler Kieft. Win Friday night. That'll get everyone's attention. Certainly Orchard Lake St. Mary heavily favored coming into this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't have anything to do on Friday, 7 o'clock, get yourself out to Lakeland High School. I'm telling you, I saw these two teams play last night. That's going to be some great basketball, even if you know nothing about either of these teams. And we'll have it all for you on the radio, the NFHS network. We'll have it for you on TV, and I'm going to be there. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it at all. This is going to be great basketball Friday.
Yeah, you love good basketball any time of the year, but when you get into the month of March, and that's the first day of March, leap day today, tomorrow's the first day of March, that's when basketball, especially at the amateur level in high school and at the somewhat amateur level in college nowadays, really kicks into high gear. And it's all going to start off at White Lake Lakeland when West Bloomfield and Orchard Lake St. Mary's take each other on in the District 25 finals for the MHSAA Division I state championship pursuit. That's going to be a 7 o'clock game. And again, we'll have that broadcast for you on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM and simulcast that audio as well. Dave, it's going to be an exciting night.
It is. And I can tell you one thing, by the way, the Lakes FM signal, rock solid in the parking lot at Lakeland High School. So you can listen all the way out there. You can listen all the way home. We'll do our very best to have an extended pre and post game for you. So if you're going out to the game, crank on the radio. After the game, we'll have player interviews and a whole lot more. And then obviously comprehensive coverage. It's Friday night, so I would advise you to check out Facebook, check out YouTube, check out social media for updated coverage over the weekend, and then back here on Monday with a complete report after this big game. So that's, Tyler, that's the story.
Yeah, it's a big story. We'll continue to cover it as both West Bloomfield's Lakers and Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets compete for an MHSAA Division I state championship here in 2024. Thank you, Dave, for your coverage and for joining us this morning.
Thank you.